These highlights are brought to you by Eastern Propane, your local hometown propane dealer. Call 827-3000 or go to easternpropane.com.
This match starts at heavyweight, and Brad Thomas gives High Point the lead, the 5-point move against Manny Santiago, and Thomas goes on to win it by a score of 9-4.
I wrestled heavyweight basically all last year. I know how to handle it. I wanted to start us off on a good note, and we didn't really look back from there.
I thought having us get off to a good start here, was real important, and as it turned out, from that point on, we kind of rolled.
Indeed they did. Starting at 103 pounds, Nick Francavilla locks the cradle on Kyle Anderson. Francavilla records the pin, and the Wildcats grab a 9-0 lead. At 112, Billy Gould comes out quickly against Dan Bergfeld. Gould scores the back points here on his way to a dominant 15-0 Tech Fall victory. On to 119, where Drew Wagenhofer scores the back points in the final seconds to push the final score to 10-2 over Noel Santiago for a major. It's 18-0 Cats. And then at 125, Tom DeViantonio delivers a huge blow to Sayreville. He cradles Pat Ronan and records the fall in just 46 seconds. High Point on fire.
Ran my front head, which I didn't run it real well against Roxbury on Friday night, so I knew I had to run it well tonight. Ran my front head, just worked my cross-face cradle and brought him to his back and pinned him.
The Wildcats wrestling with sheer determination in this match. Tyler Forbeck at 130 pulls Nick Bolton back into the circle, and he gets the pin. That makes it 30-0.
I worked the whole match, tried to tire him out, and then at the end I had the double armbar, and he was right on the edge, but I worked and I scooted him in to get the pin.
At 135, Joe Gassion appears to be in some trouble, but simply flips John Bolton over, and he picks up another pin for the Wildcats. And that means Ethan Orr can finish it off in just the 8th bout at 140 pounds. He does so in style, taking down Ramon Santiago to his back and recording the pin that makes High Point the state champs.
Well, I was just getting motivated by everybody else getting all them wins and stuff. So I was just trying to help my team by going out there and doing my best that I can.
When things are going well for one, they seem to feed off of each other, and it just seems to roll right to the next guy. And fortunately today we were able to get off to a good start and really just kept on rolling.
Sayreville forfeits at 145, and the Wildcat train continues at 152. Billy Smith with the bear hug for the takedown to defeat Mike DeLuco 5-1. At 160, Billy Hotalon records the takedown against Jared Christensen. Hotalon wins 5-0. It's now 54-0. High Point in front. The Wildcats had 6 pins in this state final. The last one coming here at 171. Vinny Gallo turning Rhett Fisher late in the second period to record the fall. Sayreville finally wins a bout at 189. Michael Knight defeating Trevor Pappenmeyer by a score of 8-1, and that would break the shutout. But High Point wins the last match of the day at 2:15. Joe Donahue pushes around Brian Mixowitz to force numerous stalling calls. 5-0 Donahue. The Cats win by the astounding score of 63-3.
We kind of came out here in the final, and kids got on a roll and just they didn't let up. And I don't think there's a soft spot in our lineup that would allow that. So, we wrestled a real quality team today, and we're still able to keep things lopsided and come out on top. So I'm just real happy for our kids.
In its storied wrestling history, High Point had never before won a group title. Despite 8 previous trips to the finals, they broke through that barrier in a big way in 2008.
Oh, I can't even explain the feeling. It's amazing. It's probably the best day to ever be a High Point Wildcat or a fan. This is the first one ever, and hopefully there's plenty more in the future. We've been very close so many times. It feels great to get Mr. Gardner, especially, and my dad a group title. Just a testament to this program and the hard work we put into it.
We worked all year for this, worked hard every day, took it one match at a time, didn't even focus on this. And now that it's finally here, I think some of us are still in shock that we did this well and achieved this much.
I was very excited for everyone. We were just wrecking. Once we get on a roll, we just keep on going.
There's been a lot of people who've been around High Point Wrestling for a long time, and I'm just real happy that they're getting that today. And it kind of seems like no matter when you go through or what happened, there was a group that didn't get it. They didn't get it done, and you know, for these young kids, maybe it was nice that there is a lot of youth. They don't carry a whole lot of things with them, you know, because they don't know enough.
With Long Branch winning Group 2, they're also undefeated in New Jersey, and some might dispute who the #1 team in the state is, but the High Point contingent, they have no doubt.
After that score, I don't think there's an argument of who should be #1 in this state. That's about it. If anybody has any doubts about us, I think you just look at the box score, and we about shut them out.
We wrestled a real strong team today in the finals, and you know, maybe we did get on a roll, but you know what? I think the score says a lot about the kind of team we have, and you know, we've seen David Brearley, we've seen Camden Catholic, so we've wrestled some good teams. I mean, Kittatinny won Group 1, and we wrestled them. So, you know, we've certainly wrestled some good people, and you know, hopefully people can see it, but if not, you know, there's nothing else we can do. We did it all. We did it in the mat, and that's, you know, that's all we can do.